Hello everyone, my name is Andre and today we are back with some more Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Oh yeah. Oh my. This is episode 56 and as always guys, please don't forget to show your support team for us. Our links will be in the description below. If you do enjoy the content, it really means a lot that you subscribe, and I want to thank everyone who has already subscribed. We are almost at 100 subscribers. Maybe when this video goes live, we might have even surpassed it. Who knows? You guys have been amazing, and every day I look at the subscriber count, I have been incredibly surprised and incredibly happy. So thank you so much, and without any further ado, let's begin, shall we? Let's not waste time because this one is a big one.
Hey there everyone, I'm Lanny Pator. We
Hi.
here at Team 4-Star have always promoted supporting the official release.
Of course.
It's the best way to make sure we'll be able to continue to enjoy all the great shows we know and love. And thanks to our friends over at Crunchyroll, supporting the official release has never been easier. Through
Crunchyroll is
you can stream
amazing.
Episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Drifters, Keijo.
Like, if I could be sponsored by something, it would be Crunchyroll for real. Like, if I could be sponsored by anything, Crunchyroll, it would be the thing. Please do support the official release.
And yes, Dragon Ball Super just hours after they air over in the land of the rising sun. So head on over to crunchyroll.com/team4star.
Usually it's
now
the
to
next
begin your free
day,
trial.
like
Because
after
as
it-
we've said at the beginning of
Because
every
they
episode,
have to translate it.
The following is a fan-based parody. Dragon Ball.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my
Dragon Ball
god.
Chi Chi, all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation,
Poor Gohan.
Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
Oh my god. Yeah. I know.
Man, it feels like years since you and I just went fishing and chilled out. And of all times, right before a tournament to decide the fate of the world. Weird how stuff works out, am I right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, Villain.
Huh?
Nobody knows the weight on my shoulders. I feel it every day.
Is this the hero talk? You know? Never thought I would hear Goku do one of these, you know, the hero talk. Yeah, and everyone's life is on me. Oh, the angst.
Before I go to bed, when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I wonder, can I do this?
Wow, I had no idea this cell stuff was getting to you so badly.
Cell stuff? I'm talking about Chi Chi.
Chi-Chi?
She's been non-stop.
Oh my god.
Ever since I got out of the chamber. In and out, day in and day out.
Damn,
She sent Gohan
Goku.
for groceries 5 counties over in the middle of the day just to get him out of the house.
You know you can say no, right?
Well, duh. But it's a challenge, Krillin. And I never back down from a challenge. Also, it feels really good. Have you ever tried it?
Like, with a real person?
Hey, Dad. Mom sent me to tell you to come home. She also told me to pick up a lot of peanut butter.
Krillin?
Look, if you're asking me to tag in, I'm willing, but...
What?
Oh my.
No! Catch more fish while I'm gone.
Duh, of course, like that'd never work.
Yeah, no, it... But if you had a wish...
Oh my god, they're actually considering it. You have 18. I know she's inside cell right now. My god, that didn't sound right. I do apologize to everyone who heard that. I didn't think before I talked. I do apologize.
And now, introducing your World Martial Arts Champion, the strongest man on the planet, Mr. Satan!
Mr. Satan! Woo!
Wait, martial arts champion? Did we miss a tournament?
Yeah, there was one last month.
Damn it, we were busy training for the androids!
What do either of you care?
Prize money?
Of course.
Mr. Satan, what do you have to say to your
He has the best
opponent?
name.
Now you listen here, Cell. I know why you gave everyone a week to prepare.
The champ is here! God, look at this Nappa looking kind of dude. You know, I've seen this photo of Nappa, young Nappa from Dragon Ball Super, and this guy, and I know I talked about this side by side, and I was like, they look exactly the same. He is exactly like Nappa. But for some reason, like Mr. Satan here, incredibly tall and buff, he will grow shorter and less buff over the years.
For your little tournament. It's so you could
Mr. Satan! Mr. Satan!
playing that Mr. Satan wouldn't show up. So after I eat my Jimmy Jones and drink my heat
Yeah!
my hot Asian life,
That's right!
squash you like the bug you.
Mr. Satan! Oh god. I got too excited. I got too excited. You know, guys, it's not every day we hear the champ! Woo!
Mr. Satan, everybody!
Mr.
So,
Satan!
Do they know what's going on with his name, or?
Hail Satan! I'm only going to say this once because I don't want anyone thinking that I'm actually saying Hail Satan. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I am saying Hail Satan.
Guys, I need help with my hot Asian wife.
Told you you can leave the bedroom!
Guys, don't tell her I'm here.
My god, that was
Bullshit,
dangerous.
man. It's a suicide.
Dude, pull your balls out of your purse.
KVC!
Job.
Okay, that's sexist as hell.
Yeah, it's sexist. And do you know what's standing out there? A Pulitzer. Now go get it!
Fair enough.
Hello?
Hello there. How may I help you?
Wow, Mr. Sal.
Oh, please now. Don't be so formal. Call me Perfect Cell.
Okay. Perfect Sal.
Mr. Perfect Cell.
Mr. Perfect Cell, okay.
Can you tell the audience where you are and who you came from? I mean...
No, actually, an apt choice of words. As for the where, this is the immaculate Sail Games Arena. As for who, well, let me weave you the tale of my origin. Though I must preface that it does drag on in places, so I'll try to minimize the filler. Our story begins as many stories often do, with a young girl shooting a little boy in the face.
So he's telling the story from the very beginning, from Dragon Ball.
You, okay, buddy? You look exhausted.
Uh-huh. I didn't get a wink last night. Chi Chi keeps trying to break my record of 9 times.
Damn.
Go for 10, she yells. Go for 10.
I feel like a man dying of thirst watching another man drown.
Well, you know what they say. A saying gets stronger every time he comes.
Oh my.
Brink of death.
Well, where is she now?
She's looking for something in the other room.
Come on, I know we had another bottle of it somewhere around here. I will use canola oil if I have. Damn ghosts!
Did that really happen in the anime? Like,
Use canola
did a book just suddenly... This book just suddenly... What?
Damn ghosts!
Right?
I don't know, strategically withdraw.
No can do. She said she needs all of it.
I meant just disappear for a little bit to recharge your batteries.
Well, it is strategy. But we can't use the back door. Chi Chi says I'm not allowed to anymore.
Oh my. Gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You should talk to him.
Why would I?
Because you could both use more friends.
I am terrible at small talk.
And you're never going to get better unless you
Oh
try.
god, I love this
Now, go
show.
on.
I really love this
So,
show.
Do you hate your dad?
Wow. You were not wrong.
Oh god.
You know, I wouldn't say I hate him. I guess I'm mostly just disappointed. He's the single most frustrating man I've ever met. But you know dads, right?
Goku killed mine.
Oh, jeez, sorry,
Perfect. He's just as bad as you are.
Oh god. They do
Please
need
tell
more
me nobody
friends.
here wants a piece of me.
well, when dad's out of the chamber, he'll probably want to swing at you.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Knew it. Why did you bring us both along?
Oh my.
If your mother questioned you, you talk.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, Piccolo! How's the time chamber? I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to bother going in myself. At this point, either you guys can beat Cell or you can't. No use risking my life without the reset button on hand.
Right.
Wow, I hadn't even thought about that. We live in a world without Dragon Balls now.
Oh yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm so sorry.
It's alright, we'll manage.
I can't be mad at you.
I don't get it. Why can't you just make us some new Dragon Balls, Piccolo?
Because, Goku, I'm from the Warrior Clan. Kami was from the Dragon Clan.
I so call this bullshit. I so call this bullshit. He fused with Kami. He should at the very least be able to do that. I don't care. I call bullshit on this one. Piccolo should be able to create Dragon Balls because yet at the very least is what a third of the Dragon Clan has a third of Dragon Clan blood inside of him. At the very least. Not to mention that for some reason when Kami separated and created DKP, for some reason DKP was not from the Dragon Clan. Well, of course, these concepts didn't exist back then, but let's imagine that DKP was not from the Dragon Clan. Because technically, Piccolo is DKP not being DKP, if that makes sense. He is and isn't. He's DKP reincarnated, if that makes sense. So I understand how Piccolo may not be completely Dragon Clan, because he still was an egg, was born, and he was born into the Dragon Clan. But at the very least should have a little bit of DKP Dragon Clan blood inside of him. And then when he fused with Kami, he should have gotten that ability. I call bullshit. That's not how genetics works.
One punches people, the other makes Dragon Balls.
Wait, but you two come from the same person.
So, if you want
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you, Team 4 staff, for pointing out that absolute bullshit. Thank you.
What about
I feel
Namek?
vindicated.
I bet there's a whole gaggle of Namekians who can make us a new set. We'd have to find new Namek first, and who knows where that is. Also,
I love that. Oh my god, yes. I like the sound effect for the teleportation, the right that they do. But for some reason, this is so good. It's so good.
well, what would you call them? A pod of Namekians? A pride? A cornucopia. What do you call a group of humans? An infestation. Point.
What you call a group of humans? An infestation. That's, yeah.
Without a Namekian from the Dragon Clan, we aren't getting any Dragon Ball.
Wait, did Goku just kidnap Dende? Because obviously in the original show he went there, he asked around, then they offered, whatever. But here, right, here this is not the face of someone who agreed to come, this is not the face of someone who agreed to come here voluntarily.
Is this a dragon? What's it?
Where am I? Who are you? Where's my family?
Hey.
And so it turns out, he was an alien the whole time.
Oh my god.
Whoa, I did not see that coming.
We reached the Saiyan saga,
So,
right?
2 more Saiyans show up a year later.
Wait, what about Goku's brother?
Oh, he died.
He did.
Enter
He'll die like a
Vegeta.
bitch.
Now, strap yourself in for this cartoon character.
I love that.
Hey, Dad, can you come take a look at this?
What is it, Pumpkin? Find Jiro's porn stash?
No! I mean, maybe? I found this hidden folder. It was completely inaccessible to him, and it's full of incomplete and corrupted files. But there's one undamaged video here.
Well then, open her up. Also, 5,000 Zenny says it's interracial. Oh, now you find it gross.
May 12th, 7:50, 4:30 p.m. Red Ribbon HQ.
Wait, why does that date sound familiar?
Hey, Dad.
That's 16, right?
I'm here at headquarters, getting everything put away. No bunkmate, so room to myself, which is good for a guy my size.
I like the bird in the background.
I just wanted to, record something for you since you and Uncle Frapp are busy building robot guys and stuff. I know you're calling them artificial humans now, but that name is way too long. I mean, what about Cyborg? Like from that movie we saw?
That's
Well,
nice.
Just wanted you to know that I miss you, Dad. What the?
Hey, get your ass moving! Something is tearing its way through the compound! We gotta go!
Okay, sorry about
That's
that.
someone saying Kamehameha. It's Goku, right? Huh. So that was Jiro's son, which was the inspiration, let's call it, for Android 6. I like this. I like this a lot because in such a short amount of time, they actually created a pretty solid backstory for 16. And that's actually incredible. So, if you guys want to understand what I'm talking about, originally 16 was an aberration, right? Unlike the other two androids, which we had a backstory thanks to the Trunks movie, we kind of knew more or less how they were like and how they behaved thanks to that movie. We never got a reason for 16's existence. Even Android 20 and 19 made somewhat more sense than Android 16. But again, they never had that much backstory to them. Even the more popular androids, which are 18 and 17, they never had that much backstory to them. And it's always something that is not good. Knowing a character's history, how they came to be, is important for you as a spectator to care about said character, right? So if you don't know what was of them before the moment that you are seeing them, if you don't learn anything about them, then you don't care about that person because you don't know that person. It's the same thing, as you seeing... I'm going to give like a drastic example. It's the same thing as when on the television they show you like those more underprivileged countries, where people are in pain. You might look at it and say, oh, that's sad, but you don't really care, right? And it's the same thing when you hear that someone that you barely know has died. You don't feel particularly good about it, but you also aren't sad or, angry or whatever about it because you barely knew that person, right? So having a backstory is incredibly important because it gives you a foundation and a notion that you know that character. And in here, in just like a minute, less than a minute, they gave a very interesting backstory, not only to Goku, but to Jiro. Why? In the original show, Jiro's objective was to, bring back the Red Ribbon Army, which, never felt earned. On the original Dragon Ball, Jiro never appears, so we don't really know anything about Jiro, right? In the original Dragon Ball series, the people that we meet in the Red Ribbon Army are not the scientists. We barely meet them, and I don't think we ever see Jiro on screen on Dragon Ball. Because of that, we do not know that he's incredibly loyal to the army, right? We don't know that. We don't know what he's like and why he wants to revive the Red Ribbon Army. So, on that particular point, he just wants to revive the Red Ribbon Army for sake of doing that. There's no real reason behind it. So you can't really understand or accept whatever he's doing. But in here, it's slightly different, right? Sorry about that. As I was saying, in this small amount of time, we learned 3 things that are very important. We learned that 16 was human and that he was Jiro's son. We know that he was present in what I'm assuming was either the raid at the headquarters. No, yeah, he said he was in the headquarters. So he was present when Goku went to the raid on the Red Ribbon Army headquarters. And we know that he was killed by Son Goku. Those 3 things that we learned, that he was Jiro's son, that he was at the headquarters, that he liked birds, for instance, and all that good stuff, and that Goku was the reason why Jiro lost his son, give us backstory both on Jiro and 16. We learned that he was, from this interaction, we learned that he was a bit awkward as a person, for instance. We learned that he was, you know, kind of a sweet guy as well, much like the 16 here is. So we learn a bit of his personality. Also, we also get to know a bit about Jiro's own personality. We know that he had a good relationship with his son, to the point in which his son was sending him videos telling him about how he was adapting to the new environment and to the new job. So they had a decent relationship in which they kind of talked to each other, and they kind of were had a good father-son relationship. So we can assume and assess from that Jiro loved, right, 16. From that, we also begin to understand why Jiro built Android 16. From what we see in the video, we can assume that there was nothing left from his son's body. You know, very hard to put together a biological android if you don't have like the brain and any organs and any piece of flesh, right? We can assume that he was most likely, you know, in a really bad situation, body-wise. So from that, we can assess that he tried to reconstruct his son's own psychology and own behavior and consciousness, but did not succeed. Because as we can see, you know, 16 is very robotic in the way that he speaks and the way he does things. So we can assume that it was a failed experiment, but he still tried to build his own son back. And left the whole idea to kill Son Goku because his hatred here is actually warranted. Whilst in the original Dragon Ball Z, Jiro hates Goku because he destroyed the Red Ribbon Army. In here, he hates Goku because Goku killed his son, which not only is incredibly warranted, you understand Jiro, and you kind of see, well, I kind of get why Jiro wanted Goku dead, and I feel sorry for him, which is important for a villain. They say in screenwriting, when they're teaching you about screenwriting and characters, they say that a good villain has a good reason to be bad. And this gives Jiro a good reason to be bad and to go after Goku in particular, and not all the Z fighters in general. It gives Jiro a reason to be the way he is, and it also gives him a kind of redemption in some way, because up until now Jiro was just evil guy number 5, but now, you know, he has now that he has a reason to be the way he is, you feel like maybe he wasn't that bad. And you kind of enjoy more of his character because of that. And again, we know why 16 likes Verse, because he was probably programmed to be kind of like, you know, who he was before he died. And before he died, he had a little bird, so we can assume he liked birds in some way. So there's a high chance that Jiro programmed him to like wildlife and birds in general. A very, very interesting piece of backstory, and I have to say, you know, the Abridged series has tried and has attempted to do a lot of correction to some of those plot holes that Dragon Ball has. Krillin and 18's relationship, Bulma and Vegeta's relationship, for instance, are two examples of that. This is the best one by far, the best one they have done. I really do enjoy what they have done here, and it's incredibly short and it's straight to the point. It's good.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bomb to drop.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I also found this.
Huh. At least Jiro was consistent.
By the way, you owe me 5,000 zeni.
Ah, daughter of a bastard.
That's why we need you, Dende.
No, that's good.
Okay, let me just clarify what has happened. That asshole named Goku literally kidnapped me
No, it's
from
asshole.
across the entire galaxy with neither my knowledge or consent, just so you could make me mystic you up a new set of Dragon Balls. Because you are all a cavalcade of f***ups.
Did I miss anything?
Well, we missed you.
Good. No,
Aw,
great. That's great.
that's sweet.
And what do I get out of this? Gonna make me your king?
Well, can't do that. King's a dog. But we can make you god, though.
The f***'s a god? I mean, the f***'s a dog? I mean, what the f***?
As the creator of the Dragon Balls, you shall assume the throne of Kami, guardian of this planet. Nobody is thankful, there are no days off, and no one ever visits.
Sounds like being a parent. Fine. I graciously accept the position of your almighty god.
So then you'll help us?
No, Bullcut. I'm going to help Gohan. Speaking of whom, loving the new do, Gohan. Rockin' that blonde.
Oh, thanks. Super Saiyan style, you know?
Delightful. And, have you been hitting the gym? Cause, that
Damn.
hurt me more than it hurt you.
Okay, I'm all for awkward reunions, but we are on a timetable here. How long will it take to make a new dragon?
Depends. Do you have the original sculpture around?
Here it is. We were using...
I wonder, because, you know, in here they have the sculpture, but do they actually have a sculpture of Porunga in Namek? Because we never actually seen it. Guru's house was not that big, you know? And we never actually get to see the sculpture. It's not like they had a place to hide it. Like, it was literally the throne, and that's it. We don't know what was underneath the elevator, but we don't assume that there was a lot of stuff there.
It has a paperweight, which reminds me, we'll need to go over the contract later.
Wow, that's your dragon? Our dragon would literally wear him like a scarf. Okay,
Fair enough.
Before I get started, any
I really do
alterations?
love this dragon,
We get
though.
3 wishes.
Not if you want multi-res. I can give you 2, though.
Seems like an awkward number.
It's a magical wish-granting dragon, Nail. I don't make the rules. Now, let us begin.
Man, all this lore we're learning today, and we even get to see a new dragon being made. This is gonna be awesome.
Hey, dragon, wake the f*** up! It's already past noon! Get your life together!
Nice. Oh, I love it. I love it.
By the way, 2 wishes means I had to nix immortality. Better that way, nobody pulling any more of that Frieza shit.
Huh. I wonder if that'll...
So, as we know, in Dragon Ball Z, it's 3 wishes, but no multiverse. So, I wonder if they did that change on purpose, or if there's like a mistranslation on the dub that I watch. But I'm pretty sure it's 3 wishes, right? Huh, I wonder.
Upset Vegeta. Wait, did you say he's still in the chamber?
Yeah, why?
It's been 3 days.
Oh, I muted the time dilation in the chamber. 1 day out here is now 1 day in there.
You can do that? Why did you do that?
Because f*** 'em.
You really like screwing with people, don't you?
Lovely.
Of course, his first mistake was going in alone. Why is that bad?
They all called me crazy for letting him achieve his perfect form. Well, guess what? I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to be so much stronger. No one will be able to stop me, especially Cell. Right, Nappa? How dare you?
Lovely.
Show to him.
So after everything, he just starts crying.
Wow, like a bitch.
And that's what Frieza said before he killed him. But sadly, Vegeta does come back.
Dragon Balls, right. By the way, does the fat green one come back? Cause he's funny.
I wish.
Hey, Chi Chi. Please don't be upset, but...
What is it, sweetheart?
I'm throwing in the towel. I am tapped. Like, boned dry. You know in those cartoons where the guy in the desert finds a faucet, but it just comes out like... That is me. That is my balls. And speaking of balls, I need to go find the dragons.
Oh, Goku, darling, that's fine. I took a test this morning. I'm already pregnant.
How?
So I told him, pull your pants up, man. I'm not that kind of doctor.
Bulma! Sex makes babies!
I'm well aware.
Also, I need the dragon radar.
Tool cabinet in the back, 3rd drawer.
Awesome. BT dubs, we have Dragon Balls again. Bye!
Wait, we didn't have Dragon Balls.
Oh, and Chi Chi's pregnant.
Oh my god, congratulations!
Okay, so Article 5 says that
Nice.
atrocities.
See, this is also a good backstory to how Chi Chi was pregnant because, you know, in the Blue Saga she just appears with a kid out of nowhere.
Can and will be committed in your name, but you can't do anything about it.
Awesome. But question, do I have to answer all of these prayers?
Well, technically, you don't have to answer any of them.
Oh, thank God.
Nah.
Or I guess I should start saying, me?
Well, that does raise the question. Which do you prefer? Kami, God, or Dende?
Oh, Gohan. You can call me whatever you like.
Well, I'm going to call you Little Green.
Your funeral.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Like you. Don't feel bad, Mr. Popo. I'm his best friend, so that means only I can call him Little Green. Right, Little Green? Oh.
You will call me Dende! Dende! Say it! Say my name!
Dende! Dende!
No. Super Kami Dende.
My god, the revenge.
So after I finished humiliating the entire Saiyan royal bloodline, I made my newsroom debut, delivered my immaculate address, and now, here we are. Any more
Brilliant.
questions?
Yeah, were the parts about fake Namek and that Marin girl really necessary to the story?
It's called world building.
Right. Last question. How did you know about the parts you weren't there for?
That's a story for another time, I'm afraid. But for now,
You watched
I
Dragon
must
Ball
bid you
Z.
Adieu.
Oh, well, thank you for your time, Perfect Cell.
Mr. Perfect Cell.
Mr.
Yeah.
Perfect Cell.
You fucked up there, but
Hi there, I'm Kaiser Neko. If you want to see more from us, click.
that was lovely. Guys, I'm gonna live it up here. I really enjoy that one. As always, if you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe. Links to DPZA reactions are here. Links to the Minecraft Let's Play series is here. Links to the playlist for Pokemon Renegade Platinum is here. Daily videos on this too. And here's the subscribe button. Right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!